Hi everybody, how are we?
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you, brilliant. It's my first awards, so I'm really delighted to be here. It's great to join you. It's the second time I've spoken to you as a group, and I'm going to signal to some of the things I said to you the first time. I'm going to keep it fairly quick. I'm not going to stand in between you and your dinner or you and a trip to the bar to get a glass of wine or a beer or whatever you enjoy. So a few rules for my presentation when I was kind of thinking what I was going to say to you tonight. And there really only was one rule. Everything tonight that I'm going to say is going to be based on good news. So we are going to have some more serious conversations, but tonight everything's going to be positive, and that's for a reason, because that's what we're here for tonight. We're here to celebrate everything that you do, everything that we do as a business, and how we support each other. So when I spoke to you last time, I spoke about progress, and I'll always speak to you about the progress we're making. It's what makes, frankly, what makes me work at Sellafield and what makes me love the job that I do. Since I spoke to you last time, only 6 weeks ago, we've defueled Calder 1, and Calder's been there now for 60 years, and we had a celebration about Calder being there for 60 years. As of yesterday, we had the Set 2 machine, which was just finishing off, and we were just all waiting in the exec for the text to come through to our mobiles to tell us that the Set machine, which we've been building for quite a long time, the first Set machine is now complete and ready to start high hazard reduction on site. And the main vessels for the BEP project on site have now been delivered. There's about 10 achievements that we've achieved, which we've logged, which we tweet and we send on our website just in the last 6 weeks since I spoke to you last time. So visible progress every day working at Sellafield. All of you are part of that, and all of you play a role in that achievement. We often thank our suppliers, and sometimes it's the large suppliers that get the headlines in terms of what we're doing as they're heading up some of the projects. But every single supplier that works on site, every single one of us who's staff, plays a really vital role in making sure we can get that progress that we need to make on site and those achievements that we promised that we will make going forward. When I spoke to you also, if you were there at the NDA event, I know that wasn't a BEC Business Cluster event, but it was the NDA event. I suspect that some of you were there at the NDA event. I made you a couple of commitments. One of the commitments I made is that I was going to make Sellafield easier to do business with, and I was going to talk to you about some of the things you've got and concerns that you've got. And I also said that we'll be more accessible. And in return for that, I said what we're looking for from our supply chain is high performance. You said to us that you want us to simplify what we do, and you said that sometimes we can be quite difficult to do business with and quite onerous in the way that we work with our supply chain. One of the things that you raised was our approach to how we manage IP, how we manage intellectual property, and you said it was a barrier to innovation. You said it was quite a difficult thing for you to work with your companies, and our position as we stand here today is that we will own IP, we will own intellectual property. Sellafield want to own that. We will hand that back to the NDA, and that's the position that we've had for many, many years going back into the past. That's quite difficult for you in the room to operate, and I believe it's a barrier to us as we try and achieve faster, safer progress on site. That's the position as we stand here in the room as I'm talking to you now. The future position for that is that we are going to completely change our view on that. We're not going to own any intellectual property for Sellafield going forward from our supply chain. We're going to encourage all of our supply chain to develop your own IP, and you're going to exploit that with our help into different markets, different countries, and different areas, and we're going to help you as much as we can to do that. So a complete change to what we're doing. Now, normally, I would signpost something like that and would set up a few working groups, would consult with you, and would implement that this time kind of next year, or maybe in some of our areas in the summer. We've changed our approach for that as well, as I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear. When I joined Sellafield, they said to me, nothing happens overnight. That is happening overnight. That change is in place for Sellafield from 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That was really it for me today. I wanted to give a short speech and I wanted to keep it positive, as I said at the start. So once again, thank you for working with us. Thank you for being part of our mission. and delivering our success. On a personal note from me, thank you for welcoming me to the work in Sellafield, the work in Cumbria and beyond, and have a fantastic night. Cheers.